Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be doing an almost full face of Technic makeup. So I've been buying Technic for I'd say about 2 years now, buying products here and there, and they've recently come out with some new products that I wanted to show you guys. A couple of products I have tried already on my channel before, but I thought I would incorporate them in today's video. I think I don't have 2 products by Technic that I'm going to replace by other things. So let's start off with foundation. So something I have tried before, which is their Sculpt and Define Matte Finish Foundation. I've been using this a lot recently. It is become quite like not a massive like staple in my collection, but it's been like one that I tend to go for quite a lot. I got this from Wilkinson, so I should have mentioned this before, but you can get Technic in the UK from Wilkinson's or the Beauty Outlet, which are all over the UK to be honest, and they're very affordable. Like Technic is a brand that is kind of on par with price wise, I would say, like Essence and all those other really affordable brands. And I think I first discovered them when I was at the Beauty Outlet, because I was like, I need to see what this brand is because it seems pretty darn interesting and it's very affordable. So I'm just gonna put this on with a brush. My god, I can't even talk, because I feel like at the moment a brush is going to be quite a lot more coverage for me, because this is very buildable coverage. It's not completely full coverage, but it is a really nice kind of like soft foundation for my face, especially for my skin tone. Like I don't have a primer on or anything, just because I just wanted to see how this will work without it, and plus I don't think I have a Technic primer to use. So I have the shade, is the shade on here, Ivory. So this is still quite a good match for me. I feel like it's probably a little bit maybe yellow toned for my skin, but the coverage is super duper nice. It's again not full coverage, but it is very buildable, and I only put on like maybe 1 or 2 dips and it's done a really great job. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my concealer. So this is again another product that I have used recently, but this is the Stretch Concealer, and this is, like I mentioned before, reminiscent of the Collection Stretch Concealer, which is one of my favourite concealers ever, because you can also use it as an eye primer. I don't know if you can use this as an eye primer, I might try that, but I have used this once already and I did like it. I don't think it was amazing, but it still did the job by hiding some of my dark circles and maybe evening out my skin tone slightly. So I'm just gonna tap this on. I got the shade, if I can fair, so it looks quite more like pink toned on the label, and it is quite similar to that inside the pot as well. But when I went to my local Wilko and found these, they only had about 3 or 4 shades, so I don't think that is maybe completely like a big vast range. And again, in the Beauty Outlet they did have these as well, so I'm a bit surprised that they're in Wilko and that they're in an outlet as well, because these are not old products, these are brand new. So I'm not quite sure how the Beauty Outlet got them, because they always have new Technic stuff, they always have a lot of the Revolution stuff. If you've never been to Beauty Outlet, highly recommend them, because if you're looking for affordable makeup that is very decently priced, I definitely recommend them. So we're going on to cream blush, because they recently released new cream blushes, and this is very reminiscent of the e.l.f. one. When I saw it in the box, I was like, it's basically the same thing. So this is the cream blush in the shade Kiss Curl. So this looks like it's more of a peachy tone, which is fine for me because I prefer to have mixed ranges of blushes. So I'm gonna go in with the same brush that I just used, the same sponge that I just used, and we're just gonna take some and see how it goes. I was gonna powder, but then I thought let's put on the cream blush first to see how that works. So just gonna put this on, if I will be able to get it on my skin at all. I mean, it's quite a light tone, but it is quite buildable, so that's nice. I sometimes tend to go for like really red blushes and sometimes very deep blushes, so I think it depends on like my mood. But when I was looking at the different blushes, I didn't want anything too pink because I'm not really into pink ones that much. I'm very like red or deep reds for my blush, so you can see that coming up really nicely. So it's not that it's lacking in any pigment, it's just very buildable. So yeah, that's quite nice. And again, I think this was probably like £2, £2.50, if that. And it's definitely one that I will definitely use again. I also decided off camera just to put on my powder and highlighter, so I use Body Collection because it's super duper affordable, just like Technic. And I also use Rimmel highlight because it was the closest one to me. So now we're going to go on to eyes, and I did use this in one of my previous videos. So this is the Summer Vibes eyeshadow palette. So this is quite a new palette, like I mentioned in that video, and I think I have tried a couple of Technic ones before, but this again was the one that was closest to me to trying. And I know last time I did quite a nude look, so I feel like I would probably go in with maybe I don't know, we'll go for something simple today because I do have a red lip, so I want to maybe make that the star of the show. So let's go in with, I don't know, again, it's very difficult to use, so let's go in with Heat because it looks quite orange tone, so I thought I would just go in with some of that, tap off any excess. I'm just using one of my Essence brushes, and we are just gonna blend. Now we're gonna go in with Blazing. I think I used that in my last video, but we're just gonna go for that now. And I'm just gonna use one of my P. Louise brushes, and let's put that in the corner and blend. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a shimmer now, just to kind of top everything off. And I feel like going in with Hazy, and I'm gonna use my finger just because I feel like it would be a much better job, hopefully, because these shimmers look good, but I don't know if they will pack a punch. So let's see what this does. Not massive. I might go in with Sizzle on top of that just to kind of, again, see if it would do anything. That's helped a little bit. Okay, these shimmers are not what I would call outstanding. I mean, I honestly think this palette was about £4 or £2.99, something like that. Again, from the beauty outlet. I didn't get it from Wilko because they don't have a massive selection in my local one. They tend to just have like a little corner next to where Essence are, and they don't really have a lot, but they still have quite a generous amount, but just none of these eyeshadow palettes. Right, I think that's probably as much as it's going to give me, and I do think this is an okay palette. I feel like if you want like a simple everyday one, maybe like an introduction to makeup, this is probably a really good palette. It's got some nice colours. The shimmers are buildable, they're not amazing, but let's just get on with it. So let's go on to mascara. So I've had this for a while. This is the Intoxicate mascara, and I got this from a Wilko, and I believe this was about £3 or £4. I know I should probably have the right like amount for these products, but I've had this one for ages, so I'm not really 100% sure. But I'm just gonna put some on just to lift my lashes just a bit, and it's quite a decent mascara, to be honest. The packaging is very reminiscent of the Better Than Sex one, and I think the actual bristles are very similar to that as well. I'm not really a massive fan of that mascara of the Better Than Sex one, but it's like a third of the price, so I can't really complain on this end. And it's just giving me my lashes like a normal lift, so nothing terrible. Okay. So now we're going to end on the lips, and these are the liquid matte lipsticks. This is in the shade Pinch Me. So they did come out with a big not a big selection, I could say like an average size selection of liquid lipsticks, and of course this is a red, so I was like, I need to get it. I think they had a couple of nude tones as well, which looked really nice. So let's give this one a go. I did smell it when I opened it, and it's a bit of an odd smell, in all honesty. It's not like a kind of no smell. It has a smell to it, but it's not like very pleasant. So let's get this on. Okay, so that is kind of an okay liquid lipstick. I think it might dry down in a moment, not very quickly. I mean, the colour is very orange tone. It doesn't look like as deep as you would maybe hope in this, and it's okay. I mean, it's taking its time to dry down, in all honesty. Like, it's not a quick drying one, so you might have to wait a moment for it to like actually dry down. And yeah, it's still quite wet, to be honest, and I think these were about £3 as well. So again, not breaking the bank, but I don't think it's probably their best formula, because it's taking its time to dry down, but it's really sinking into my lips and like creasing. But this is my finished look. Let me know what you guys think. I apologize for the lighting. It's a very dark day outside, and I try to get my lights not too harsh. But yeah, when it comes to Technic, I honestly think that they're quite a decent brand. They have some very like hidden treasures. I think the Sculpt and Define foundation is really great. Like, I think it makes my skin nice and soft. The blush is quite nice. I mean, it's very buildable. I'm not going to say it's as good as the e.l.f. one, because the e.l.f. putty blushes are fantastic. It's nice. The lipstick, I'm probably going to have to like give it a miss. The eyeshadow palette, it's decent if you kind of work with it for a while. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Have you tried Technic before? Is it a brand that you're interested in? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.